What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost. I'm coming to you from inside my truck. I'm dropping this video today to speak on freight brokerages. Certain, things that they don't really tell you about freight brokerages, and some of the, I guess, the obstacles to watch out for when you're starting one up. First one is, somebody asked me, is it wise to have your freight brokerage and your motor carrier brokerage under the same MC? No, it's not wise to do that because of this. Your insurance companies don't like to see that you have a freight brokerage and that you have a motor carrier authority under the same umbrella. Honestly, motor carrier insurance, they just don't like brokerages as well, or at all, because they understand that there's loopholes to that. You can have a brokerage and you can be a motor carrier. Now you can actually have, what do you call that? You can have trucks that aren't even basically on your insurance pulling loads for you. So they don't like seeing that. If you have a brokerage, the best thing to do is to have its own MC, its own EIN, its own completely different address from what your motor carrier's address is. Like, my MC number, or my brokerage is based out of Cali, and my trucking company is now based out of Arizona. So it's completely different. Similar names, but completely different with where they are, because that was one of the the things that I ran into is, insurance companies, when it comes to getting motor carrier insurance, that's something that they're checking now to make sure that, see if you have a brokerage or anything like that. Because say you have on your Safer, your company snapshot, you got 2 trucks on there. Well, if they know that you have a brokerage, you can have damn near 100 trucks running through the brokerage. So insurance companies, they're cracking down on, motor carriers that have brokerages attached to them, and they won't even quote you or write you a policy because they know that, you have a brokerage. So you got to be real mindful when you're setting up your brokerage, how you set it up. That's it. Even if you got to put it in somebody else's name, you don't want it to basically come back to the insurance underwriters that when you're doing your motor carrier authority, or you're trying to get insurance, that you have a brokerage too, because they're going to be checking for that. And that's something that, they'll be looking for. Something else about this whole surety bond, honestly, anybody can get a surety bond. You can have bad credit, no credit. You might pay a little bit more with the surety bond, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's either you want your brokerage or you don't. So if you got to pay a little extra to get it, then that's what you got to do. Like I said before in the first video about brokerages, you got to have the BOC3 and the surety bond on file. Something else that you have to get is contingent liability insurance, which that'll probably run you about maybe $60 a month, maybe $1,200 a year for the year, maybe $65-$70 a month. But it comes out to about $1,200 for the year. You got to have that liability insurance, basically, to where you'll be able to you'll be able to broker out anything, whether it's reefer, drive-in, cars. Just make sure you get that policy that comes with that. Something else that you have to make sure that you get is your UCR on file for the year that basically you start your brokerage. So if you start your brokerage in 2019, say you started it in December, you got to pay the UCR for December, and then as soon as 2020 hits January, then you're going to have to pay another UCR for 2020. So that's something that, they don't really tell you about, but it's something to make sure you got before, you know, you jump out there. And I believe that's really it. Other than that, the next video I drop, I'm going to talk about getting customers and websites that you can go to do all that. But this is just, you know, the gist of just starting your brokerage. I mean, it's simple, it's easy. You can start a brokerage with damn near less than $1,500, to be honest. I think mine, to start it, I paid what for the bond, doing the process, for the UCR, everything. It probably came out to about maybe $1,500, and that was it just to start it. And then you gotta, there's more to it once you start it. You gotta get, it's good to have a website and all that other extra blah blah blase, but you know, I'll talk about those in the videos to come, so you know, look out for them. But on that note, love, peace, prosperity. It's your boy Ghost, about to sign out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something, and I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Deuces.